And I realized there was much work to be done. And that is why when together with my family, we sat down and realized that the district needed a good, honest person to run for Congress. My family and I thought it would be me. And we made a decision. You know, it's not easy to run for a position. It takes a lot of courage and a lot of prayer. And I want to congratulate the people and thank the people that have served as elected officials and those that have had the courage to run for office, because it is not easy. The campaign trail is a lot of fun. I love to campaign. I love to campaign. And then you win. And that's when the real work begins. If you're lucky and the Lord allows you to win, then He sets your path. And I think our path has been set for a long, long time. I have made many, many difficult decisions on boards that I've served. And this year, I was tested. I was tested, to say the least. But I know that TSC would be a better community college if it was autonomous. But I want to thank, from the bottom of my heart, the two guys that stood by me, which is Mr. Trey Mendez and Mr. Kiko Rendon. Yes, we did save Texas Southmost College. We saved it. It would have been given away to UT. Only the biggest systems in Texas. TSC is an 85-year community college, and it's a very proud one. And I'm very happy to have been part of it. As I made those decisions, and they were tough, I realized that only a strong person can do this job in Congress. And I promise you, when sent to DSC, I'm not going to go learn. I'm going to go implement everything you all have told me in the past few years and the past few months when I worked for Congressman Farenthal. So, and I've seen plenty of deficiencies. Through education and skills training, we can bring jobs to our community. And if we can just get rid of all those regulations that impede us to have great entrepreneurship, that's probably all we need to bring new jobs into the community. As your Congresswoman, you will have that commitment from me, that I will look after you, and that I will listen to you like I have. And just the way I listen when I campaigned to run for TSC, and I heard people tell me, we cannot afford the tuition. How is it possible that an hour is $291 when the state average is $66? I've heard the community needs. I am a woman of faith and a long life Catholic, and I believe in the sanctity of life. As a Hispanic, conservative, pro-life woman, I also believe in small government. I am a small business owner. I know how difficult it is for businessmen and businesswomen to make it nowadays. I know how difficult it is to make payroll at the end of the week or at the end of the month. I know how difficult it is to deal with the regulation and all the rules our government has given us to follow. I know that the small businessman is so busy working all the time that he has no time, or she has no time to go lobby. And while he's working, the interest groups are taking over our small businesses. We need to protect those. You will have a voice in DC because I am a small businesswoman. It's been hard this year to keep our employees employed. It's been hard not to let go of 2 or 3. So at one point we decided we would cut some hours because at least that way we all could make adjustments. And we have. And I don't understand how, as a mother, as a housewife, as a business owner, we all deal with budgets. And our government can't do that. We can't overspend the way we're doing it and continue to be a great nation. We just can't. Somebody's calling me. I do support a balanced budget. And I also believe, like the judge, that we have to simplify our tax code. I think that in itself would save so much money. We won't have to pay more. I came to the United States when I was 11 years old. And I still have family in Mexico, just like many of you. And when we talk about immigration reform, I think we need it. But we need to address one issue at a time. And I do agree with the judge. We can't send everybody back. But there's a lot of people, as I found out when I worked for the congressman, there's a lot of people that are waiting in line. They've been waiting for 10, 15 years to come legally into the United States. We need to address that. But not before we secure our borders. That should be our top priority. We have to start spending our money in the United States. It starts at home. We have to leave some money here. We also need to take care of our veterans. The veterans have earned the gratitude through their many acts of bravery. We thank them. Any veterans here? Thank you for your service. Thank you for defending our nation, its people, and its values. Your families should know that our nation will meet every commitment that we make after you come home. Dear friends, family, and supporters, I thank you so much for being here. We have the government that we choose. It is incumbent upon us to choose who represents us in the AC. If you choose me, I guarantee you, I give you my word, you will have an honest and ethical congresswoman.
All right.
Tres picos or every